Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Verena and I'm here with another tarot reading for you. We have the 1st of July. It's incredible. The second half of the year is starting today. And I thought, why not start this week, 1st of July, on a Monday, and give a little bit of a sneak preview into the energies of this week, into what's going to happen, what do you need to know. And yeah. I thought it's a great idea, and I'd say let's start. I brought with me the Star Code Astro Oracle, which I really like. I haven't used it a lot in the last couple of months, actually, but I thought I want to see in which area. So, oh, this was, wait a moment. Okay, so one fell out, but I haven't even shuffled yet. So we're gonna take a moment and ask which, that was too many. Let's say in which area we have to put an eye on this week. What's important to know for this week? Which area is emphasized? Ooh, okay. It's not an area. It's basically a planet came out, Saturn, with structure, and reminds me. That's very interesting. There's a park where I'm coming, like where I used to live in Germany, Ingolstadt. I don't know if you've heard of it. And there's a park, I remember, a little bit outside of the city. And there is, like, I don't know how you would call this, but there's something like that in the park. And Saturn is connected to, it's sort of connected also to our home. Yeah, it's sort of the father, the karmic father. It's the Lord of Time. Not so much the home. Maybe I'm saying that because my IC is in Capricorn. Actually, it's connected to our work, to our status, to all the things which need structure in life. It is a little bit a sense of like how you build yourself in this life. It's card number 24. It's number 6 in traditional tarot. That's the Lovers, and if we see it as 2 and 4, it's the High Priestess and the Emperor. So there's definitely a little bit. There's a big emphasis on building something, focusing on structure, focusing on putting things into place. Maybe with a number 2 and saying about the Lovers, making decisions, making the right decisions. And that's going also in well with, I did a business tarot on my Instagram. If you want to follow me, it's soulsignature_. And it was also about making the right decisions to build a proper structure and not self-sabotage. And I excuse myself, I don't know if you hear the hammering in the back. They are building at the moment like crazily here in Bali. Unfortunately, too much. It's like it's extremely overdeveloping, but there's a lot of houses, and houses are also sort of having structures, 4 pillars. You need 4 pillars to have a good foundation. So we're gonna see what else we need to know. Maybe you're an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Maybe you need to ground more. Yeah, maybe you need to ground more this week, because we can be a lot of, ideas and stuff like that are happening more up here, more in the higher realms, in the higher chakras. But if we want to ground them in, like a magician, we need to bring them and manifest them into the material realm. And therefore we need structure and grounding. Strongly hammering. Okay, let's see. Maybe it's an emphasis on really working this week, putting things into work, because he's hammering quite strongly. So really focus on work. So what, and the Hierophant comes out. So this one is the Hierophant, and it's ruled by Taurus, an earth sign. So what else do we need to know for this week? So, and he's like, it can be a teacher, a mentor, sort of a framework about rules, about what's right, what's wrong. So let's see what else we need to know for the first week of July. What's important? First week of July. Okay. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, guys, I love it. So on the bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Pentacles, which brings me to think about structure. It's about having achieved something you have put a lot of work in. The 10 of Pentacles is the end of the suit of the Pentacles. So you've put a lot of work in to build something like a legacy, like a family business. So it's a little bit, not a little bit, it's Saturn-like, you know. Saturn teaches us lessons in this life, and he wants us to be patient, determined, and focused. So that's sort of the overall energy on the bottom of the deck. And then what came out first is sort of the Hierophant. Not sort of, it's the Hierophant. Sort of a mentor, a guide. It can be also connected to the church. And on top of the Hierophant fell the 10 of Cups, which brings me back to, as I said, number 2 and number 4, High Priestess, Emperor. It brings me to business, family, structural vibes. So a life that is built on a good foundation has a strong base, meaning family matters, and also like your purpose. And it's like beautiful to see in the astrology, in the birth chart, like our lowest point is the IC. It's connected to our roots, to our home, family, upbringing. And then the highest point where we evolve into is our purpose. It's like our MC. And it's about that this week. So there is, let me see the other cards. We have the Page of Swords. So let me, oh my. Okay, so first we have the Hierophant. We have the 10 of Cups, family fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. We have the Page of Swords, which is sort of a message. It can be a child, it can be mostly the messenger, and he's a quick messenger because he carries the sword suit. So it's mental, it's communication, it's ideas, inspiration. Then we have the 4 of Wands, which is like a beautiful event coming together, something of celebration, and the 9 of Wands, which is a card which I'd also would say Capricorn-like, Saturn-like. Whoosh, because this person displayed here has had many obligations to fulfill, and is a little bit like under the weather, because it's like he's tired, he's worn out. And so what I'm getting here is focus on your structure in life. And in that sense, I mean your relationships as well as your business. Yeah, there's an emphasis on both in this week. And I wanna get one more of these Astro Oracle cards for some reason. What else do we need to know here? Let me just double check that I'm having the right meaning for this one. It's an asteroid. So Vesta came out, and Vesta is connected, for as far as I know, to home as well. It's to be oldest goddess of hearth, home, the family, and the center of a strong community. So guys, this is beautiful. So we really have like Oh my God, I love when this happens. So it's about your foundations in life. Maybe you need to bring more balance into, like, see the four pillars, as I spoke before, of a house. Everything needs to have a solid foundation so it can grow, it can expand, it can grow stronger. And it's very, very important this week to bring both of these fields, and with, I mean, the double, the 10, this is emotional, this is family, this is like love, and this is also like family, but this is more also business, like you are really strongly called to bring this two together. Maybe you want to create a family business, I don't know, working from home, or you have sort of didn't have balance. Oh, and we have with Vesta, the hearth. We have number 5, and then we have number 5 here. And number 5 is a card of transformation, of something is shifting here. Let me see if there's anything else. No, that's all I'm getting right now. It's really like bringing these two together and create balance. These two are very, very important in this week. Saturn structure and the hearth. See, there's like, it's heart with an H at the end. So it's connecting the heart with sort of the root chakra to create a strong and lasting foundation in your life. And we have a new moon coming up this week in Cancer, which is ruling the IC, as I just said, our home, our roots, our early upbringing, our family. So maybe sit down and write about what is important, where you want to head in regards to your foundations and relationship. Where are you at in that department, in the love department, in the community department, relationship, family? And then also look into your purpose, like your job, your business department, and see if there needs to be some, like course correction in a sense. And then make that correction step by step. Maybe you need to leave something out. Maybe I'm getting here with the business, maybe you need to outsource some of your tasks. Maybe you're an entrepreneur, or maybe you're like like, I don't want to say like housewife, a mom, and you do so much for the children, early education, like cleaning, cooking, whatever. There's so much. Like moms are like serial entrepreneurs, I feel, because to organize all of this is like in itself, it's like a big task. So maybe you are called also, I'm getting, to get some help, maybe somebody who supports you in cleaning the house once a week, or getting a babysitter once a week so you can go out and do something for yourself. That's what I'm getting here. And also maybe then you have time to see your friends, go to a women's circle, go to a dancing class, go to a Pilates class. And with this one, I see you need to communicate. You need to communicate clearly in both of these areas. It's about communication, making sense of what you want to say, and then communicate to the people who are involved. And then maybe this week you also want to see your family, mom, dad, siblings. Go and see them around the new moon. There will be a beautiful, maybe a little bit of an emotional time, but a beautiful time as well. And with the Hierophant, I see like it's a great time to implement new structure and grow. It's also a card of growth, self-growth. So be responsible for organizing your life and for putting things in place so in the future you have it much easier and it's much more flowing and floating easy. Ah, that's beautiful. Yeah, that's absolutely beautiful. And I thought I'd bring some guidance from my beautiful Universal Love card deck, which I bought in Glastonbury when I lived in Glastonbury a couple of years ago. And it's one of my favorite decks. So I want to have a final, what's your advice besides that? Like, what does Spirit want you to know to make this week, the first week of July, really successful and sort of, make it a successful month? How we started is how we ended, in a sense. No? Okay, what's the guidance? Golden memories. That reminds me also a little bit of childhood. Golden memories, good times with family, friends. It reminds me of the Six of Cups in traditional tarot, like being nostalgic about the past, about nice moments with people, sitting maybe outside and thinking and dreaming about, a moment which has passed. Golden memories. I'm going to read that to you. And it's a lot about, with all this red, it's about our roots. Someone is thinking fondly of you this very moment, reflecting on golden memories past and precious moments spent together. He or she is someone dear to you who has passed into the world of spirit. They want you to know that all is well and that time and space cannot separate that which is united through love. For the loving presence of those we love is always with us. A part of them lives in our hearts, and a part of us lives in theirs. We all leave our physical body at some point, but we never leave in spirit. All right, so that might be a message for some of you guys who lost someone dear to you. But if we translate it also in a different, I don't know if it's the right word, metaphysical level, you could also say, you live in them and they live in yours. So that version of yourself from the past is still inside of you because there is no time. It's an illusion. So that inner child is still there with the same feelings, with the same emotions. And also that future version of yours is also in here. It depends on where you focus, like what you focus on to bring forth. And so there's a book, It's Never Too Late for a Happy Childhood. And in the beginning, I was like, many years ago, I was like, what does that mean? But it's so true because you can heal. You can let go at any moment. And there is no time. You can there's also, in a way, I love past lives, but there are no past lives. There are so many versions of you existing right now on different planes, different, call it dimensions. So that life of yours, because I can see past lives, and I saw many of myself, but then I'm like, also like, they exist right now. There is no past. It's not. That's why time traveling in some way, sort of form, will be, most probably it's already possible. We just don't know how. But it might, no, let's say like this, it is possible, but we just don't know how. It's like when the Wright brothers thought they make a plane, everybody was like, the two people are crazy. We cannot fly, we're no birds. But they made it possible. At some point in Star Trek, they spoke into little things and they're like connected and spoke, and Dr. whatever is called, Spock spoke with the other guy without a wire. And everybody's like, wow, this is like futuristic, Now we have that. At some point, like AI was, if you would have told somebody about AI 20 years ago, they're like, no, this is not going to happen. Now it's there. So it's the same with time traveling. I'm sure, beam me up, Scotty. That's going to be possible at some point because we're actually not, we're not solid structure. We're just atoms, molecules vibrating really quickly. So we seem to be solid, but actually you could take us, like, this is my futuristic sense of, you could take us apart and then put us together again. So Anyway, that's a different approach to this card. Anyway, bringing it all together, there's two emphases this week. It's your emotional fulfillment and like emotional structure and business structure, purpose. And you're called to focus onto the two of them, bringing them together. And yeah, bringing structure, foundation, connecting it with the heart. And yeah, it was a great reading. Thank you so much for being here. If you like to have a more in-depth reading, please let me know. Send me a message, book a private reading. Other than that, please subscribe to the channel, give this video a like. I really, really appreciate it. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.